Welcome to a tutorial on the St Patrick's College Shorncliffe LibGuides, which are the digital front door to the library, which provides students, staff and parents with a 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year access to the library resources. To access the LibGuides, you just choose your favourite search engine and just type in St Patrick's College Shorncliffe LibGuides. I'll put my cursor here and just click enter. Using that search term, we become the top result. It's important to put the Shorncliffe in because there's some other St Patrick's colleges who also use LibGuides and you could end up with a wrong library. So we click on it. Okay, now at this point I'd like to take you through the structure of the main LibGuide page. We have a home page, databases, search engines. These are all sub-pages. If we click on them, it will take us to these pages. So for example, we go to databases, we click on that. It brings up the databases that the school has and recommended search engines, plus some really good videos at the bottom here about how to search correctly. Searching is not as easy as people would imagine, and it's worthwhile for both parents and students to examine and watch those YouTube clips. Just going to take us back to home. On the library page, on the left-hand side, we always have books that just arrived. Underneath, we again have, in the middle, we have the more links to the databases, and then on the right hand side we have the catalogue. You can link to Connect, catalogue, the Wheelers or Overdrive ebook libraries, InfoTrack, which is a non-fiction ebook library, we'll explore that a little bit later, and StudyVibe. Now StudyVibe is a really excellent tool, and I would suggest that if your son is attempting a research assignment, it's be pretty beneficial for you as a parent to have a look at StudyVibe and get some sense of direction. I'm just going to click us into the catalogue in the library. So we click on catalogue. Now the catalogue of the library is the complete record of every resource that we hold. At the moment we've got it set to, I've got it set to author, but normally it would be set, on a basic search. So if I'm going to, I know I want a book for a particular author, then I could choose author. If I want a particular subject, I come down and choose subject. So a subject I might just put in here Nazi, and it will bring up all the different types of resources. So I'm just going to use John Flanagan. I'm going to click on John, and John's got 30 resources, or the library has 30 resources of John's in the collection. The green arrow means that book is in, the red means it's out. We have 30, but this page only displays 1 to 10. To move to the next page, we click on. On the left-hand side here, you can see that these are printed books. If we go to the Google Preview, it opens up sections of the book for us to read. And that provides us with a starting point. We can determine by reading here if we think we're going to enjoy that book. Our next step, we go to the third page. The symbol has changed to an iPad looking device. That means this is now an ebook. To locate the ebook, we would click on it and come down to click here for ebook. I'm just going to take us back now to the LibGuide page and draw your attention to one of our subpages, which is LibTube. If we click on LibTube, we have 2 LibTubes there at the moment. One on Microsoft Word and referencing, and the other is how to access the ebook collection at the library. So that you would watch that to make sure you get the process correct. We're going to be adding to the LibTube collection over the next couple of years, and indeed this tutorial will appear there. And if you, as a parent or a student, think of any other topics that we perhaps could explain better from the library point of view, could you please forward that to us, and we'll create a LibTube for that as well. I'm going to go to geography now and have a look at the task on sustainable food management in Year 9. All the LibGuides are set up in the same manner. They're normally 2 columns, and they will always have a where to start page box at the top. This is really important because one of the things that boys find difficult to do is actually organise a plan or structure for their research. So this breaks that down, gives them a guide to have what the steps they need to do to complete the task correctly. Underneath that, we then have the databases. Now, the databases are hyperlinked. What I mean at school, what I mean by if we click on this from school, it will come up straight away. So this task is a Year 9 task, will be middle school. We do a search as biomes. Okay. Oh, and make sure you spell it correctly, sir. And click enter again, and it brings up some information on it. Now this is Britannica. Britannica is a very highly respected journal, encyclopedia. It's important that we understand that the difference between, say, an encyclopedia like Britannica compared to Wikipedia. Wikipedia, of course, being a wiki, can be added to all the time, and it quite often has contested information. Our second recommended database for this is Library Webs, and we click on that. We would go to Geography or Earth Sciences. If we go back and read the instructions, here we go, it tells us what to do. So in this case, it's Social Sciences and World Population if you're doing option 1. So we go to Social Sciences, we look for World Population, and then it's got population issues and so on, climate change, environmental issues, etc. that we would look at. Water supply, food supply would be the significant ones for this task. Now when we're at home, this doesn't work quite so well, because what happens is that the providers have the school IP address, what they call whitelisted. So therefore, when the boys are at school and they're using our school service to access this, they get automatic access. When they're at home, their IP address will be different. So to access this from home, they need to open up the databases page, and it says to get the databases, click here to go to resources. So we would click here, which takes us to Connect page. Now at this point, if you're at home, you'll be asked for your username and password. Coming down the right hand side, you will see we have useful stuff. You click on the database passwords, and I personally would then save them to my desktop, because when you're from home, you're going to need to use these to gain access. So it's easier to have them saved. But I would also check to see if they're updated, because quite often we are adding new databases to the collection. Now, one of the other things I've done is I've added the LibGuide to my favorites. So by clicking on here and then coming across my favorites to my tab, click on home, it brings it up straight away. I don't need to research. The easy way of doing that is just to, for the first time, click on the star, click done, and it happens automatically. So we're back to the Geography Sustainable Food Management page. So we've got where to start, we've got the databases. And we have a significant number of databases that you can see. We then have a list of some of the resources that are in the library, the printed books, and then the non-fiction ebooks that are also in the library which relate to this task. If you click on the non-fiction ebooks, okay, this one has gone through, and what we've got now is a table of contents, readers guides, biomes of the world map, and so we just click on the chapter that we're interested in, and we can then open these books. So they provide an excellent resource for the boys. Because they are digital, you can quite often get the problem we just had, that the link falls over, but it is, as I said, a very easy task for us to repair that, and we just need to know. So just quickly ask your son to let us know that, and it's fine, it's not a problem. Okay, we then have recommended search engines. Contrary to popular opinion, not all search engines are the same. They do different tasks, they have different directions. So it's worthwhile exploring and experimenting with different search engines. We will always have a few YouTube clips which boys can watch to access further information. And so there you have it. That's a typical LibGuide. Sometimes, I'm just going to come on down to say ancient Rome, sometimes, or quite often, we also have then recommended websites that the library staff quickly look through and research tasks and research good information for tasks that they think will help students. Now, it's really important to understand that because the internet is so vast and there's so much information, that we need to make sure that information is reliable. And so library staff check this information prior to putting it on the LibGuides. So these are the sites that we would recommend. Sometimes boys want to find the exact answer. It's very, very hard to do that, especially in the higher process, the deeper knowledge parts of the task. And they will spend hours and hours searching without any result and get horribly distracted. So there we have it. It's a 24/7 LibGuide access for students. One last thing I will do before I go is just go back to the home section, homepage, and look at InfoTrack. InfoTrack is a huge database of Gale ebooks. If we click on this, and we're going to just search the collection here, we're going to search, say, just for, so now if I change that search term to ancient Rome, I will obviously get a ancient Rome civilization. I'm getting a much more specific result. Okay, and so now this one gives me page 134, 135. Again, it's just a simple click. Here we go, table of contents, and I pick what I want. Click on, link, and moves into it. So there you have it, for databases and the LibGuides at your fingertips, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's highly recommended for staff, students and parents. And if you have any questions or queries, can you please contact Paul Toohey at St Patrick's College, Shorncliffe. Thank you.